My dear friend, you are most welcome on my three channels. Today we will discuss what is the pseudo-secularism or the secularism. Actually, the secularism is the bastard word of the history of the English dictionary, or secularism harami word in the Hindi dictionary. Because there is no secularism if there are many Muslims are living with the non-Muslims. Because Muslim or Islam does not allow the friendship with the non-Muslims. So secularism is the bastard word. And even though the communism is a bastard word, because you see the communism cannot respect the dignity and the humanity. Stalin and Mao Zedong killed so many people in the name of the communism. Communism and the communism and the jihad, the Islamic jihad, is the same or the synonymous, because we see the name of the communism, so many people killed by so-called communist people, and in the secularism, so many non-Muslims were killed by the hand of the Islamic monsters, because Islam does not allow the living with the non-Muslim. On the basis of this theory, the Pakistan has been created by the Muslims. Mr. Istiaq Ahmed, a professor in the Stockholm University in the Switzerland, are now trying to bigotry in this term that the Devbandi Muslim didn't want to creation of the Pakistan or the partition of the India. Only the Barelvi has declared his views to disintegrate the Pakistan, India between Pakistan, now Bangladesh, and the India. So the secularism is totally a bastard word. In the European country, there is no evidence where the Muslim migrants are going to the European country. They are going with the Islamic doctrine, that is the violent doctrine of Islam, that is very disintegrate the humanity and the human values. And the perpetrators of the Islam are totally the terrorists or the Islamic monsters. Because if you are following the same Islam as in Quran on the Hadith and doing accordingly, you are not a good human being or you are not a good person. You are certainly a monster. And these Islamic monster, the radicalized monster, which people are radicalized, those people are the radicalized which are acting, which are acting the same heinous crime which were committed by so-called Prophet Muhammad. So the secularism is a bastard word for the Indians, because a Muslim cannot live with Hindus with peacefully, because Islam prohibits the peaceful life with the Hindus, Jews, Christian, and other non-Muslims. This is why the secularism is the bastard word for the Hindus, and secularism is the synonymous of the killing of the Hindus in the name of the secularism or the pseudo-secularism. There is no secularism in the world where the Muslims are living or the Islamic followers are living, because Islam denied the friendship with the non-Muslim as the Hindus, Christians, Jews, etc. So we can say the secularism is only the phenomena, only the propagated phenomena to killing the non-Muslim in the hand of the Islamic monsters. You see in Pakistan, Bangladesh, and even India, the majority of Hindus, but these Islamic monsters are killing the Hindus in the name of the Islam. So many murder were committed by so-called these Islamic monsters, as Kanhaiya Lal was murdered, Chandan Gupta was murdered, and even the Nupur Sharma stated the same as written in the Quran and Hadith. But she is under threat of the killing of these Islamic monsters. So what is the remedy to fight with these Islamic monsters? The remedy is only empower these Islamic monsters by the force, by the power, or by the numbers. Because our numbers is too much greater than these Islamic monsters. So many people which are ex-Muslims, which are ex-Muslims, are living the Islam, and the majority of the Muslims are the peaceful. Or though it may be hypothetical, because if you are following the Islam, you cannot be peaceful. You will be vagabond of the Allah army. You are the notorious person of the Allah army. You are the notorious and maniacal lunatic person of the Islamic army, which is also propagate the war against the non-Muslims throughout the world. You see, recently Afghani Islamic monastery crushed so many people by his car. He raided the car on the German people, and the my dear European people, which are majority of the Christian, are not understanding the reality of the Islam. They must read the Quran and know how this Islam is very, very in value for the civilization and the humanity and the non-Muslims. And many Islamic scholars are sitting in the United States of America, as in Chicago. Yasir al-Nasim Wazdi, a Islamic monastery, Islamic terrorist, he is sitting in the mosque of the Chicago and propagating the war against the Christians in the United States of America. So many Islamic clerics are doing the same idiocy or stupidity to only propagate the war against the non-Muslim. The hidden and agenda of Yasir al Dr. Yasir al-Wazidi is only to propagate the Islam or to spread the Islam in the United States of America and ruin this state, which is very powerful, most prosperous state. Where Islam goes, totally the United States of America and the European will be devastated in next few years. And the next generation of the white races will be under threat of the Islamic monasteries. They will be killed with cruelty or brutality, when Muhammad also killed so many people in during his lifespan. So this is the fallacy of Islam, and this is the media, which is so-called secular media, is the totally against the non-Muslims, as the BBC, Quint and Wire as the are the media, the monasteries of the media, and so many monasteries are also sitting in the disguise of the correspondent or a journalist. In India also, there are so many journalists which are the Islamic, propagating the Islamic ideology. These are the monasteries in the name of the Hindus or Christians. So we must see what is the reality of the secularism in India and throughout the world. It is totally absurd thing, absurd idea that there is any secularism in this world whenever Islam is surviving or any single Muslim is living in particular country. That country cannot be a totally secular, because Islam denied the secularism. Islam denies the brotherhood. The only brotherhood within the Muslims is only accepted or only certified in Islam, and living with the non-Muslim in Islam, it is not certified, it is denial, it is uncertified, it is illegal to live with any Muslim with a Hindu. So in the last, I would like to say that the secularism is the bastard word, and the United Nations organization must intervene in this matter and must ban the Quranic verses, which is satanic verses, and are only devastating the whole human values, humanity, and even the honor of the non-Muslim women are in danger. As the time of the Prophet Muhammad, he robbed so many caravans, he raped so many women with his companions, and Safiya bint Huyya was raped after killing her father and her husband Kinana al-Rabi, and this so-called prophet slept with her after killing her father and her husband. This prophet was 54 years old, and that girl Safiya bint Huyya only 17 or 18 years old. So this is known as there are so many terms to molestation of the non-Muslim women in Islam, as a Tahrus Balatkar means the group rape by the Muslims of a single woman of the non-Muslim. So secularism is the bastard word, and all the European people must deny this word, the secularism. If a single Muslim or the Islamic ideology are surviving in this world, there cannot be a uh, single voice of secularism, because Islam does not allow the secularism with the non-Muslims. There is no concept of the secularism in Islam. Then why the India is not a secular country? Because here living so many Muslims, and then Islam denied the secularism and the brotherhood with the Hindus. So we can say secularism is a further a bastard word, a vague word, and this is a only invention for only telling that we are the secular. But where the single Muslim living with your neighborhood, their neighborhood, your locality cannot be secular, because a Muslim follow the path of Islam, which is totally against the secularism and the brotherhood and the human values. So secularism is the death warrant of the non-Muslims. This must be understood by my European peoples, my United States of America, USA, United States of America, Australian people, and all the European non-Muslim peoples, non-Muslim of India, non-Muslim of Bangladesh, non-Muslim of Pakistan. My appeal to all Pakistani brethren: you were you were the descendant of the Hindus, so please disallow this Arabic culture, which is very, very barbaric in nature, and propagate the violence and perpetrate the violent ideology or the Islamic monastery. In the last, I would like to say the secularism is the bastard word. There is no use of this word in this world whenever a single Muslim is alive on this earth, because a single Muslim cannot follow the path of the secularism, because it is against the Islamic values. The Islamic values are the propagating the war against the non-Muslims until he must be turned into as a Muslim or converted as Islam. Though this war of the Islamic jihad or these Islamic monsters are regularly doing the Islamic jihad to kill all the Muslims in the name of Islam, though their power is not so that they can kill all the non-Muslims. But we have to think why we should, how we can fight this Islamic ideology, which is a totally a barbaric ideology, which ideology can molest your non-Muslim women, as Prophet Muhammad looted so many women or molested the many Jewish women, Christian women. After that, the Hindu women were molested by the Islamic monsters. So we should fight against this Islamic ideology. My appeal to United Nations Organization: suspend all the membership, general membership of all Islamic countries, because they are propagating the violent ideology, which is very, very against the non-Muslims, because according to Islam, non-Muslim are the kafir or the filthy. So in the last, I would like to say we should remove the word of the secularism until there is a single Muslim alive on this dust. Thank you, on this earth. Thank you very much. हाँ भाई बंदे